Hello my friends, John LaRuffa here with another straight up solo in a different location today. We're going to be looking at Dune Rise of Ix, or Eeks, I'm not sure how to say it, but that's it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this game looks like from a solo perspective. Okay, and as usual folks, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to build my fan base. Alright, well, what do you get with this expansion? What do you get for the money? And it is a little bit of a pricey expansion, but prices on everything have gone up board game wise these days, and pretty much everything regardless of board games. But anyway, what do you get? Well, first of all, you get this new board here which replaces these old spaces with new ones. So it basically eliminates a couple of things here. You can't rally troops anymore. And you also cannot do this Hall of Glory. But you can replace, instead make dreadnoughts or do these technology tiles. Okay, and these technology tiles do a variety of different things that are all very good in the game, very handy and helpful. You pay for them with spice. You can also negotiate down by going to this spot right here, and when you do that, you can put a guy right there, a troop right there, whatever, and that will give you a one-off next time you do it. The other thing you could do is you can go to these spots right here, which moves up your freighter. And as your freighter goes up, basically you have a choice. When you move the freighter one space, you can either move them up or you can decide to return and collect all the rewards. So that's kind of cool too. The rewards are technology, more troops, advance on one of the faction tracks, or $5, with everybody else getting one. 5 Solari, pardon me. Or 2 spice. So those are the different actions that this expansion allows for. Everything else is the same. They do give you some more cards in the deck. They give you 35, I think, or 38 more cards here. A lot of which are actually pretty cool. I do like that they really vary up the game. I got a couple in my round here when I played. And by the way, this is the end of the game, and I lost in the tiebreaker, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. And let's see, is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else besides. You got the Dreadnought, you got the Freighter. And so what does the Dreadnought do? The Dreadnought allows you to make a troop that basically is worth 3, it's not a troop, but a unit that's worth 3 power here instead of 2. All right, that's the first thing. And the second thing is that when you win a conflict, it basically goes to a spot and it allows you to get that bonus for the next full turn until the combat is over. Plus, they never go away unless you decide to voluntarily send them away with one of these tech tiles right here, which lets you get some points. But they're basically stronger troops, and they continue to recycle over and over again, which I thought was pretty cool. They give you a bunch of new personality or house leader cards, which is cool too. Those change things up. And that's about it. The solo mode plays just the same as it did in the first iteration of this game. You get the same upgrades with the app, or you can use the cards to do it. I use the app because it automatically does the deck churn for me. But they did write in the rules, if you have a couple of D6s, you can roll them and do some deck churn every now and then. But I didn't mind doing the app because I like the app kind of control the House Hagel for me as well. So that's what you get that's different. It is not a bunch, but I think it does make a decent difference in the game, and I'll kind of explain that when we go back up. Also, they do give you a couple more conflict cards. They do give you a couple more intrigue cards, as you'd expect. All right, and I think that's about the size of it. So let me go ahead and tell you what I think of it. Okay, so basically what I think of this game is that the expansion will enhance your experience. It will give this game legs. It fills out the experience by adding text, by changing things up, by expanding the board, and I think it is worth the extra investment cash-wise to do it. The rules, very, very, very easy to process those and add those to the already existing game. The solo experience is just as competitive as it was before. You're not getting anything different in the solo, so if you didn't like the solo before because you didn't like to control it with the cards or the app, this is not going to change things. What this does is it makes the game a little bit more intriguing and gives you more options as the player to do more things, and I like that. I think it's worth it. Is it worth all the extra money? Well, that's up to you and how much you put into board games. It's unfortunate it's so expensive these days. It probably could have been about 10 bucks cheaper. But again, we've got inflation, all sorts of other things that are going on. However, if Dune is a keeper for you, this game is definitely a keeper. Or at expansions, the expansion is definitely a purchase for you and a keeper. I think it's a great game. I think it offers a lot of additional depth and additional options to the base game. And I honestly think that it's going to extend the base game to keep it in my collection. If I hadn't gotten this after a little while, I probably would have considered selling the base game just after playing it enough times. But with this, it adds enough elements to the tactiles and other things that really kind of flush out the experience and make it a much fuller game and one that'll stay with my collection over the years. So hopefully that's helpful. Again, the solo is just as easy as it was before, or difficult, however you want to look at it. Nothing changed. And it still gives you a good challenge. You could do things to increase the challenge. I was playing on the veteran level, I think, not the novice, the veteran level, and he did beat me on a tiebreaker. So it was a pretty close game. Overall, I think it's a keeper for me. Hopefully this was informative for you. And regardless, whatever you play in the future, I hope you have an awesome time doing it. Thank you very much for watching the video. Take it easy, everybody.